Hey yo guys, here's your Dawn back again from my apartment. 2.5 hours after the run, 3 hours almost, and I still haven't eaten anything. I'm just eating right now. However, this is it. Let's have a short talk about the race and maybe also the Alphafly. Well, with regard to the split times, I was quite disappointed, honestly, because up to 6 or 7k I managed to stay, up to 8k I managed to stay at the 4 minutes per k pace, which was an indicator for a 2:48. But after that, I got slower, as I can see from my watch. 4:04, 4:06, 10th kilometer, 15th kilometer, 4:09, 17th, 4:10. And that led up to the half, and I could no longer approach the 4 minute mark. And I went through at 1:25:24, as you could see from my other video. Now, deep in my mind, I was struggling with sometimes sub 2:52, and I was even struggling with a negative split because I realized that the form was good, but my shape is, just as I put it, beyond 21k, I can no longer maintain that extra stamina I used to, the way I used to in the past, and this is now over, and that's why I quit. That's why I quit 2 years ago. Now this Alphafly gave me the idea to put an end to time trialing at all, marathoning, and this was just the right decision, the right place, the perfect place to have one other marathon at the age of 40, and the first marathon with my son being alive. So this is my first serious marathon with him ever since he was born. In this small trophy you can see my final official marathon, which is the connection to the link to this run here in Sibiu, when I won it in 2:53:49. So today I was 2 minutes and 50 seconds faster than during my final official marathon, which was very hilly, but I will keep it forever in a perfect memory, because after the half I suddenly got a serious kick, and I suddenly felt pretty damn good. I felt Dawnish. I was back in passion, back at having fun again, even though I knew I could not fight for 2:48, which was my initial goal, but I could approach once again the 4 minute mark, and that's some real fun, feeling the smooth stride, the Kipchoge form, the upward position with your body. When you stay without tilting the upper body, you have to stay stretched all the way up, and when you're moving forward, you have to, as if your body's falling, using the gravity. When you're falling forwards, you, just before you're touching the ground, you have to make the next step. It's like those Russian puppets, the matryoshkas, or how they are called. They just falling forward, and they're all upward, and that's how you gotta move. You don't have to tilt forward, but you have to maintain this stretch position before you kick your feet out, and fast pulling the heel forward with a very small vertical oscillation and a very short contact time. The Alphafly helped me in this regard very well, but as I said before the race, you have to be in a perfect shape, and I wasn't. But not because I haven't trained enough, simply because I'm too old, my hernia problems and all that stuff. However, 22nd kilometer, 3:51, my fastest kilometer. Then I have 3:59, 3:53 at 25, another 3:59 at 28. That was another weak point. 4:14, my slowest kilometer. 4:12 at 31. 4:01 at 35. At 37, 4:00. At 39, 4:00. At 40, 4:02. At 41, 4:01. Final kilometer was my second fastest in 3:53.3, and the final dash was covered in a pace of 3:29 minutes per K, 43 seconds. Just nice, summing up the 2:50 hours and 55 seconds. Negative split. I have negative splitted all of my marathons since 2017 in May, when I won the first Sibiu marathon. I'm very proud of, and now I have a streak of 6 months consecutive streaking, negative splitting daily. I would like to break my record of 340 some days of negative splitting daily, and I would like to make it 1 year. Maybe I'll do it by March. However, one thing I haven't mentioned, this run here on the Baltic Sea contains in the section of Timmendorf, between Timmendorf and Travemünde, at least a portion of 3 kilometers over grit and sand and stones. That's quite slippery and not as traction. You don't have as much traction as you have on the asphalt. So maybe I covered that area back and forth 2 times. So it's at least 12 to 14 kilometers over that. So let's say 1/3 of the race was not on asphalt. This alone cost me about 1 to 2 minutes, meaning I would have smashed the 250, but in a race I would have smashed the 250 anyway. So maybe in a race over asphalt I could have smashed the 248, but that's it. That would have been the maximum pinnacle for my final marathon. However, this is what I got, 250.55. I'm perfectly satisfied. The Alphafly itself is great, but I've come to the same conclusion as all of the other professional and non-professional and super crazy video bloggers, YouTube bloggers, that the Alphafly is slower than the Vaporfly next percent. Absolutely. It has a great pop, but the pop don't stop moving upwards because I'm not that fast. If you're a guy who's running beyond 20 kilometers per hour, that pop goes forward. So even if I maintain my good form, it's difficult to get that impetus and that swing to the forward movement, because you're not that fast. At 15 kilometers per hour, you cannot transfer that gravity like an arrow forward, just like those Kenyans, the best Europeans. They just smash it forward and pace it beyond 20 kilometers per hour. That's when the Alphafly does its perfect job. But I think this shoe is only good for 21 to 42k. So for my next races, I will most probably, if I ever race again over distances of 21 or shorter, I will choose the Vaporfly. This Alphafly is a nice tool for long distance running. Certainly not for short distances. So this is it for today. Love the Alphafly, love the Baltic Sea, Scharbeutz, Timmendorf, Hafkrug, Travemünde, whatever they are called. And now I'm gonna celebrate with my family and my friends. Guys, stay tuned for some more videos to come and some nice footage from the sea. Peace out.